Welcome to 1952, a year before the tides turned in this small Southeast Asian country called Cambodia. Cambodia has a lot of history. In the 12th century, it was a very powerful empire that stretched from the coast of Thailand to the coast of Vietnam. But when disaster struck as French imperialists arrived from Europe and took Cambodia as a resource and made it their colony. The French rule stayed until 1953, a year from now. As the French were overthrown by the North Vietnamese Communist Party, a communist government led by a person called Pol Pot was formed in Cambodia. And the Vietnamese War that was between the communist North Vietnam and the democratic South Vietnam backed by the USA spread to Cambodia. The Cambodian communists allowed shipments and their North Vietnamese ships to dock in their ports and stuff. And so the Americans bombed all of the Cambodian major cities and killed thousands in the process. But the biggest massacre was yet to come. Pol Pot's army was growing fast and he had over 700,000 people at his disposal. A few days after seizing power and overthrowing the old government, Pol Pot exercised mass genocide and fascism. He targeted minority groups like the Vietnamese, Chinese, Muslims and Christians and killed them all. He also took pictures of all his victims before torturing and killing them. Over 2 million people died. That's 674 times the amount of people that died at the 9/11 terrorist attacks, and Pol Pot killed as many people in a few days as the English and the French did in the 100-year war. This means that Pol Pot killed 3,650 times more efficiently than the English and the French in their 100-year war. 100 years. He and his henchmen killed 138 people a minute and 8,333 people an hour. It was truly a terrible genocide. After the genocide, Vietnam and the Khmer Rouge invaded Cambodia and took control of the Cambodian government. They struggled and fought against the Vietnamese government. Finally, the USA won against Vietnam and Cambodia was lifted from their communist government. But what did the UN do for Cambodia? Well, the UN, first of all, after all the mess has been sorted, secured Cambodia a place in the UN, which was very important at the time. Also, they made political sanctions and stuff so that they could keep Russia and China out of the situation and make sure that World War III didn't erupt. Also, they helped Cambodian victims with medicine and famine relief.